Hello, my dear students. Today we book and the name of the chapter is integers. Now the numbers you're watching on the screen are few examples of integers like -7, 5, 0, -3, 2. So let us understand what integers are. The collection of positive numbers, negative numbers and 0 is known as integers. The examples are here -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. The dots they represent there are many more numbers to follow. Now here you can say that integers are actually the whole numbers with their negatives. With whole numbers start from 0. So with the whole numbers and the negatives together form integers. So the collection of positive numbers, negative numbers and 0 together they are known as integers. Here the positive numbers are called positive integers and the negative numbers are called negative integers. Now the representation of integers on number line. Now this is a number line drawn here. In the middle is 0. On the right hand side of 0 we mark numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Those are positive integers. And on the left hand side of 0 we mark numbers -1, -2, -3, -4 and we'll go on numbering it. Those numbers are the negative integers. The 0 is neither positive nor negative. And on the number line, the numbers on the right hand side will be always greater than the numbers on the left hand side. So here suppose we consider 4 and 1 because 4 is on the right hand side and 1 is on the left hand side. So 4 will be greater than 1. Okay, we all know that 4 is greater than 1. This is how you can understand which number is greater than the other one. But just by considering the number on the number line, we can understand that out of two numbers which will be greater. Suppose you are asked to write the greater between 0 and -3. Now on the number line 0 comes to the right and -3 is on the left. 0 is on the right and -3 is on the left. So 0 will be greater than -3. So 0 is greater than -3. Similarly, suppose you are asked to consider numbers -3 and 2. -3 and 2. Here 2 is on the right hand side and -3 is on the left hand side. So 2 will be greater than -3. So from this we can understand that all positive numbers are greater than negative numbers and 0 is also greater than negative numbers. Now the arithmetic operations on positive and negative integers. Here when you multiply positive with positive, that is plus and plus. When you multiply plus into plus, the answer is plus. Similarly, you multiply minus into minus, the answer is plus. So plus into plus is plus, minus into minus is plus. But plus into minus will be minus and minus into plus will be minus. So you can understand that if there are two plus signs, the answer will be plus sign. If there are two minus signs, the answer will be plus. That is multiplication. Similarly, plus into minus is minus and minus into plus is minus. The same is with, this is with product. That is positive into positive is positive, positive into negative is negative, negative into positive is negative and negative into negative is positive. So it is very easy to understand that if there are two positive, the answer will be positive. If there are two negative, the answer will be positive. These operations are on multiplication. Similarly, positive into negative is negative and negative into positive is negative. Now with respect to operations on addition and subtraction, here the first point is that when we have one positive and one negative integer, we must subtract them. But the answer will take the sign of the bigger integer. So suppose here it is -4 plus 7. Here there is one negative integer -4 and the other number is positive, that is 7. So -4 plus 7. This is how it is written. Here because one is negative and the other one is positive, we have to subtract them. So subtraction is simple. It is 7 minus 4. What is 7 minus 4? 3. And the sign will take the bigger integer. Bigger is 7. 7 is positive, so the answer will be plus 3. That is positive 3. So if there is one positive integer and one negative integer, we must subtract them, and the answer will be sign of the bigger integer in case of operations on addition and subtraction. I can give you one more example. If it is suppose 3 minus 8. 3 minus 8. Okay, 3 here is actually positive because there is no sign means it's positive. So one is positive and the other is negative. So we have to subtract. We have to subtract. So subtraction is like we do 8 minus 3. What is 8 minus 3? 5. Now we have to take the number which is greater. Here 8 is greater and the sign in front of it is minus. So it is a negative number. So the answer will be minus 5. So it become minus 5. So 3 minus 8 is minus 5. Whereas 8 minus 3 is 5. That we know 8 minus 3 is 5. But 3 minus 8 is negative 5. The second point, when we have two positive integers, we have to add them and the answer will be a positive integer. That is quite easy because you know what is 8 plus 2. 8 is also positive, 2 is also positive. So we have to add them. 8 plus 2, 10, and the answer is also positive plus 10. This we have been learning from the smaller classes. So 8 plus 2 equal to 10. Now when we have two negative integers, we must add them, but the answer will take the minus sign. There are two negative integers. Suppose minus 3 minus 5. It is like this, minus 3 minus 5. Both are negative integers. If there are two negative integers, we must add them. So what is 5 plus 3? 5 plus 3 is 8. And the answer will take the minus sign. So the answer will be minus 8. So minus 3 minus 5 is minus 8. So we can once again we can understand it. If there is one positive and one negative integer, one positive, one negative integer, we must subtract them. And the answer will take the sign of the bigger integer. For example, I just gave you, suppose it is minus 10 plus 3. Minus 10 plus 3 means there is one negative and one positive. So we have to subtract. 10 minus 3 is 7. And the sign will take the bigger number. So 10 is bigger, its sign is minus, so answer will be minus 7. Then the second one is easy. There are two positive integers, we have to add them and the answer will be positive. That we have been doing. 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 2 is 10. That is quite easy. The third is when there are two positive, so when there are two negative integers, we must add them and the answer will be minus sign. So suppose minus 7 minus 2. Both are negative. So we have to add them. 7 plus 2 is 9. And the sign will be actually minus because it's a common sign minus. So we can take minus. So minus 9. So these are the operations on addition and operations of addition and subtraction on positive and negative integers. Let us solve some questions from your textbook. Exercise 6.1. Write opposites. Okay. So increase in weight. The opposite will be decrease in weight. 30 kilometer north. The opposite is 30 kilometers south. 326 BC. It will be 326 AD. Loss of rupees 700. Its opposite is gain of rupees 700. So 100 meter above sea level. The opposite is 100 meter below sea level. Okay, why are we learning all these opposites? Because the opposite of plus will be minus and the minus will be plus. The positive will be negative and negative will be positive. That is why we are learning like that. So we can understand that because here also or here in case of loss of 700 and gain of 700. The loss of 700 means it's a negative thing because we have lost 700 rupees. Whereas gain of 700 we can say that it is a positive thing. So that is what negative and positive we mean by that. Okay. Now next question. Represent the following numbers as integers with appropriate sign. Okay, here an aeroplane is flying at a height 2000 meter above ground. Okay, so it is flying at 2000 meter above ground. Above ground means it should be positive. So it is positive 2000. So that is what I wrote in here. Plus sign is here. So it is plus 2000. Plus 2000. A submarine is moving at a depth 800 meter below sea level. Now it is below sea level. So it is below, so it will be minus. So minus 800. Okay, that is how you use plus and minus n. A deposit, you are depositing amount, so it will be a deposit of rupees 200 will be plus 200, that is positive 200, because you are depositing money in the bank, that is a positive thing. Okay, so it will be plus 200. Suppose the next question is withdrawal of rupees 700, that is you are taking 700 from your account, so the amount will decrease, the total amount in the account will decrease, so it's not a good thing. So you are withdrawing, so it will be negative, so it is minus 700. Okay, so aeroplane flying at a height of 2000 meter above ground is positive, so plus 2000. A submarine is under the sea, so it is negative, so it is minus 800. A deposit will be a good thing, so it is plus 200. Deposit of rupees 200 will be plus 200. A withdrawal is not a good thing, it is actually you are decreasing the amount, so a withdrawal of rupees 700 will be minus 700. This is how you represent numbers with positive and negative sign. So in this way we have come to the end of today's session. Okay, this is an introduction to the chapter. We will continue doing the exercise in the next class. Thank you for watching the video.